Congratulations on getting a UFC contract. I guess you haven't had a lot of time to think about this exact moment, but what is the emotion right now?
A blank. You're just living in the moment right now, and I'm thinking about when is the next one. So it's like excited, and then like trying to figure out, okay, where do we go from here? You know, trying to be active. I'm trying to get 2 more by the end of the year if possible. So, yeah.
What was the discussion coming in here, right? Because you got to take it on short notice. You got to move up a weight class. You got to do it against a guy that's kind of heavily touted as well. So, I mean, what was the discussion coming in? Was it like we're in a no-lose situation, or did you know you could win tonight? What was it like?
Well, I believe in my coaches, believe in my team, so I never really think I'm gonna lose. It was a bad odds, but I think with what I've been doing, I've been training all year. So even with having to take 5 weeks off, I still felt confident. Like I'm gonna not give my best performance, but I'm able to win. I thought I was gonna be a little bit better, but yeah, never thinking, okay, we're gonna just go in there and it's the UFC Contender Series. You only get, I didn't know if I was gonna get another shot. They were like, well, if you lose, then you gotta win and do this and do that. I was like, no. Let's just win the first out, get it out the way, and just get the ball rolling.
Well, I was gonna say you got the win. So I mean, before you knew you got the contract, right? The win's done. How satisfied were you with your performance? It sounds like you said you wanted it to be a little bit better, but it's still a win, right?
Yeah, still a win. Not satisfied because I know what Dana White is looking for. I've been watching Contender Series for a while, trying to figure out, okay, what I got to do, how do I get there, and studying the stuff. So knowing the performance, and then like he was saying, even last week he was saying about being 32. So I'm like, oh, here we go. So I'm like, geez, give me a break. But he did give me a break, gave me the opportunity. But yeah.
So between the end of the fight and that moment you got the deal, were you thinking, I'm not doing it, or were you remaining hopeful that something would happen?
Still remaining hopeful. I mean, it was a lot. I was hoping. I still dominated a wrestler, Penn State wrestler, and I don't know all his accolades. I didn't get time to look him up real good to see what his wrestling was, but I still dominated him in wrestling. Like I said, I couldn't do no cardio. So being able to still dominate the way I did, and with the situation I had, I literally got cleared on Monday before I flew out on Tuesday to be able to fight. I was supposed to go Thursday actually to get cleared to start back training for a fight in October. And then I went to the doctors like, hey, they called me. They was like, well, yeah, it's cleared, it's good.
That's crazy. Well, you'll be happy to know that Dana said you should fight at light heavyweight.
Yes.
So and I guess lay out the plan. I mean, you say 2 more before the end of the year. So, I mean, how soon would you like to fight again? What do you see for yourself?
I'm going to go back and get this checked, but you saw I still fought with it, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go back and get it checked to see what I have to do and then start back at camp. I'm hoping for October 29th, I think it is, 29th, the Vegas card, because I have 2 of my teammates on that card. So if we could just have a nice, clean 3 sweep. So, yeah, that's the plan.
Hey, Karl.
Yes, sir.
Where were you when you got the phone call that you were going to be on this show?
One of my sponsors, Family First Security, I work with them while I'm not training. So I literally just started back working with them because I couldn't do nothing with my hands. So I was up on a ladder putting in security cameras, and I'm like, Jucal called me. And I'm like, I'm so naive. I'm like, oh, Jucal's calling me to check on me because he just got back from overseas. So I'm like, oh, hey, coach, how you doing? How was the trip? How was this? How was that? He's like, it was good. The UFC called for you to fight. I'm like, wait, what? But I was not even thinking about it. So he called me. I had to get down off the ladder because I probably would have failed, and I really would have been able to fight. But I got down off the ladder, talked to him for a little bit. Then my management called me. Sucker Punch, they called me, and then they finally told me all the details and different things. But I don't even think Jucal had the name. He was just like, UFC called. I think it's a heavyweight fight. You want to go? And I was like, yeah, let's go.
What were the emotions like?
They were excited, but I was like, we're at a church doing security for a church, so you can't really express yourself how you want to. I think, say hallelujah and different things, but yeah, I had to get back to work. We had a lot of cameras to put in, so when I got home, but then the process starts. Like, this is a well-oiled machine, so as soon as I got home, it was like, you got to get this done, you got this date. So I was just like, okay, let's focus. Couldn't really super celebrate, because once you got home, then the paperwork started flooding in. You're like, oh, then you know, like for me, I know I haven't done anything. I tried to do something, I got in trouble from the doctors. I tried to start back working out, and they saw me, and they was like, no. So then I had to stop, so I was like, eh.
You took down Jimmy 4 or 5 times. He's a credentialed Penn State wrestler. Were you surprised, or was it just kind of like you knew you were going to do that?
I actually thought that we were going to strike because the wrestling takes up more cardio, and then that's his background, so he'll have more cardio. I figured heavyweight guy, Vegas altitude, heat, let's stay up and strike. But when he started moving back, I was like, okay, just take him down. And then I started getting tired too, so I was like, all right, just take him down. And I think Penn State against ATT Atlanta, ATT Lima wrestling, I think we beat the team. I think we got some good wrestlers. So I think, can we go to a college division and wrestle them as a gym? Can we do that?
Maybe.
Let me stop, because then DC might come and choke me out, or somebody. So, but I'll try it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you, guys. And you, sir, have a famous voice.